Hello, and welcome to another update video about Gala. The Gala chart situation hasn't really changed. What I have done is I have added trend lines to this sideways structure that has developed since the last update. But I think since the last update, we haven't made a higher high, we haven't made a lower low. So the overall assumption and assessment is still valid, and the support area hasn't changed either. So let's talk about this structure and let's talk about the potential. So I added the trend lines. I also added an alternative B wave here that I want to explain in this video. So we have two wave counts on this chart. They are at the moment both bearish, but doesn't mean we break down now. I mean, I did say before, even this yellow count is the preferred scenario, which means that we have a good chance to rally higher in a large ABC structure. So the idea is that this move up was an ABC. It's pretty clearly an ABC structure. So this is either the wave 2, which could break down to new bear market lows from here. I think it's important to know that for risk management purposes, but it's nothing I focus on because we're in a bullish market. So the yellow count is the preferred option, and in the yellow count we're dealing with an A wave to the upside, a B wave, and the C wave could still take us higher. And here the thing is, even though that's not clearly a bullish structure, but it would certainly allow the price to get to maybe 16 cents, maybe even 34 cents. And I'm not predicting that we will break down from there. All I'm saying is that this structure is a corrective structure. Surely corrective structures can morph into diagonal patterns, not into impulses, but into diagonals. And that can always happen. That would then eventually be something more bullish. We have to be open to that. I'm not going to confirm a top in place without evidence. And at the moment, the trend is still up overall, yeah. But within the context of a large ABC structure, which is not bullish, or at least it is not clearly bullish. So that's just something that is worth mentioning. But I highlighted too that the Gala chart can obviously participate in the bull run as long as we're holding the 1.9 cent support level. That's the critical support. 78.6 FIB retracement. That level needs to hold. Essentially, this entire support range can offer support, but the price doesn't really want to come down. Yeah, it doesn't really want to come down. My assumption is that we have here an ABC structure and the C wave could be completed. I really have difficulties to see something different, especially given that the C wave, which is here the top, yeah, reached actually an ideal target for a C wave. In this case, the 1.38 extension. So, I mean, the only other option would be that this is a 1, 2, 3, that this here is now a wave 4 and then we get a wave 5, but it would also not mean that we break down. It would still emphasize trend continuation even then. So therefore I decided to say, okay, to sort of cover that scenario as well, maybe this B wave, that pullback that is actually due, yeah, because we have an ABC structure complete. So I've labeled that as yellow wave A, which can be a 3-wave move. Then this would be a B wave now. But then again, you know that B waves are chameleon-like structures. So it's possible that it's just forming a nice B wave to the downside, like A wave, B wave, C wave down. That would be ideal. The C wave to the downside would be confirmed with a break below the last swing low. So here that's the level below 5.4 cents pretty much. Well, that would not be the confirmation, but it's an indication that the C wave down has started. Confirmation would be a break below the 5.05 cent level, or let's say 5 cent level. Yeah, that is the break below the circle wave A, and that would confirm that circle wave C is unfolding to the downside. And but until that happens, it's possible that the larger B wave, so basically the yellow ABC structure here, circle A to C, would confirm or would complete the larger B wave, which would then lead to a C wave rally. But it's possible that the larger B wave actually unfolds as a triangle. That's what I mean with chameleon-like structure. It can be an Elliott wave triangle. I don't expect that, but it's possible. A, B, C, D. One more higher low could confirm a triangle and we continue to move higher. So that's why I've got the alternative B wave. We shouldn't ignore that. Anybody who wants to play that potential, I mean, that triangle will get invalidated with a break below that 5.4 cent level, which is why I said that the C wave, circle C to the downside, would at least get, not fully confirmed, but it will increase in probabilities with a break below the circle A low. So yeah, basically the question for me is, How deep is the pullback going to be that the market offers? I prefer upside trend continuation, especially as long as we are in a bull market. And that could be the C wave rally that we have on the chart there. And, you know, I'm not bearish, but it's an overall not clearly bullish chart, but still should follow the yellow count. Now, in the short term, it might offer a pullback. If that pullback shows, we might have an opportunity. Who definitely wants some Gala? All you could do is consider buying in this consolidation and having a stop below one of the previous swing lows. I think that's sort of the only way to really handle that. And but please be aware that if it breaks below support, or break below the previous swing lows, this is a support area, and we could target 4.2 cents, 3.3 or 2.6 cents next. Before then, ideally in this region, a reversal happens. And I would prefer that deeper pullback because it would be like a landmark target, you know. It would give us some clarity. I mean, ultimately, this is a corrective structure, so the other interpretations might be valid. If you ask 5 different Elliott wave analysts, they might give you a different count. Important is when you compare different wave counts from different analysts, it's not so much about who's right and who's wrong, as long as they all have probable counts, you know, different interpretations, especially in the correction, are valid and reasonable. It's more about understanding, okay, which does the analysis, or do the analysts give you clear levels where the structures will break? So that's very important. And if you have those levels where those structures will break, then you can position yourself against them. Yeah. So the analyst always needs to tell you where the analyst will change his or her view. And my view is below 1.9 cents, I'm going to turn bearish. Until then, I will probably still keep a bullish, short-term bullish perspective on Gala. That's my update about Gala. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.